Hi friends, welcome to Konexio Technical Insights. I am Rahul Randeria and I would be conducting today's show. Today we would be discussing regarding the trends, the setups, the technical indicators, the candlestick patterns on Nifty, Bank Nifty, as well as on the different asset classes. In our last video, we have mentioned that Nifty might break out its lifetime high, and once it closes above those levels, then we might see the start of the next bull rally. The rally from 15,100 to 18,605 was just a rally of the recovery. Recovery means the recovery of the lost grounds. Now, once it has sustained above 18,605, then we might see the extension of rally. It is maybe 13 to 14 months of consolidation of Nifty time correction high, which has been broken last week, and once it sustains about those levels, then we might see the extension of rally. Already, you can see that Nifty, Sensex, Bank Nifty are the only domestic indices which have crossed its lifetime high globally. Globally, all other different American markets, specifically European markets, other Asian markets are struggling to reach their lifetime high, but India has already crossed those particular lifetime highs, and they are trading into the uncharted territory. And we had a view of the Y on dips, so definitely that has been panned out as our expectation. Now let us go to the daily charts of the Nifty, and we'll try to figure out what could be the trend for the next week. Now this is the Nifty daily charts. At this upward rising channel, we have been discussing since last June, July, and it has been classically and beautifully managing this particular upward rising channel. The target of this upward rising channel is just almost coming around 19,500 to 19,600. So definitely that target remains to be intact. Maybe in January or in February. Maybe in next 3 months we might see Nifty testing the levels of 19,600 levels from these levels. This is the daily chart of the Nifty. Now you can see Thursday was some sort of indecisive candle with some sort of weakness. Yesterday or Friday, we have seen some sort of weakness. Now let us go. This is the daily chart. Now let us go to the weekly charts. Now this is the weekly chart. You can see here. This was its lifetime high, and weekly charts is already way above the high of its previous October 2021 highs. So definitely the momentum is still intact. Weekly candle is bullish. Yes, there is a small shadow, so we might see some sort of cool off, but that cool off will bring in buying at or strength at the lower levels. So again, looking at this pattern, we feel that maybe 100 or 150 points of correction cannot be ruled out, but that correction should be used as a buying opportunity. So looking at the overall charts, we feel that the primary trend is still intact, that is bullish. Any dips should be used as a buying opportunity. Now, friends, let us go, or let us discuss the important support and resistance levels of Nifty for the next week. Let us discuss the support. The first support in the Nifty is around 18,605, which was the lifetime high prior to 2 days of breakout. So again, that could act as a major support. If it breaks, then next support is around 18,444, and third support is around 18,294. On the upside, the first resistance is around 18,888, which is the lifetime high, which was registered 2 days back. Above that, next resistance is around 19,076, and above that, the third resistance for the week is placed around 19,266. So these are the important supports and resistance levels, and have a strategy to buy on dips. Any dips should use opportunity. Now, friends, let us go to the next chart, which is Bank Nifty daily charts, which are the spot levels. So on Bank Nifty daily charts, again similar pattern has been uh, maintained. Upward rising channel making higher tops, higher bottoms, but still you can see as Bank Nifty is also near or just below its lifetime high, but again it is just struggling on the midway of this particular channel. So any breakout about 43,550, which, which will bring about a sharp rally in Bank Nifty from those particular breakout levels. Now this is the daily charts. Let me stretch this chart so that we can have a clear view. This is the daily charts. This was Thursday's high. On Friday, it opened on a negative note, but it traded positive and ended on a positive note from its day's low. Now this is the daily charts. Primary trend is still intact. Now let us go to the weekly charts so that we will have a clear view that what is the primary trend. Now this is the weekly chart. Its lifetime high, which was almost around 41,900. It has broke those levels. It is way above those levels. Nifty has closed near 43,103, and you can see this weekly charts that still it is a green candle with slightly an upper shadow. So this upper shadow is indicating that we might see some sort of weakness, initial weakness on Monday or Tuesday. But again, as I said, the primary trend is very well positive, and any dips should be used as a buying opportunity. So friends, now let us discuss what are the supports and resistance level of Bank Nifty for the next week. For the next week, the first support in Bank Nifty is placed around 42,888. Below that, second support is around 42,555, and below that the third support is around 42,076. These are the crucial supports. On the upside, the first resistance is around 43,333. Above that, second resistance is around 43,515, and above that the third resistance is around 43,950. So these are the supports and resistance levels in Bank Nifty for the next week. Again, looking at the charts, the primary trend is still positive. Any dips should be used as a buying opportunity for the next week. Friends, let us come to the third segment of our show, which is option analysis. In option analysis, we'll try to figure out the option data, and we could figure out what could be the support and resistance level in Nifty for the next week. In Nifty call option, we will see that the action was seen in around 18,800 calls, then 18,900 calls, 19,000 calls, and 19,100 calls. You can see here rise in the volumes, rise in the open interest, but there has been a drop in the option premium. Implied volatility is between 10.36 to 11.21. Now here you can see that on Thursday and Friday we have seen Nifty correcting from its lifetime high for 2 days. So maybe because of those reasons, we might have seen this option writings of out of the money from calls from the current levels. So definitely we might see some sort of cool off, at least initially maybe on Monday or Friday for the next week. But as I said, looking at the charts, we might find support at the lower levels. Now option data at these levels, implied volatility is also in the comfort zone. Yes, there has been a drop in the option premium, but looking at this particular data, we don't see any major kind of correction from these levels. Maybe initially 18,800 could act as a major resistance, but if it breaks 18,800, then we might see Nifty testing the level of 19,000 in the next week. So definitely on the upside, 18,800 could act as a major resistance for Nifty for the next week. Now let us discuss what we observed in Nifty puts. In Nifty puts, you can see that the action was seen in 18,600 calls puts, then 18,500 puts, then 18,400 puts, and 18,300 puts. Now here also you can see there has been rise in the volumes, rise in the open interest. The implied volatility is in comfort zone between 10.77 and 11.90. Now the change in the open interest is very mixed. It is neither positive not negative. It is flat. So definitely, looking at we will look at the volume data at these levels. 18,600 could act as a major support, because you can see there has been a very strong concentration of volumes around 18,600 puts. If it breaks those levels, then it might drift down to the levels of 18,400 or 18,500. But maybe 18,500 could act as a major support area. So in Nifty puts, we don't see any kind of major shift or major trend observed looking at this data. So on the downside, 18,500 could act as a strong support. So as we have discussed, that the strategy should be buy on dips from the current levels. Now friends, let us discuss what we observed in Bank Nifty calls. You can see on the option data that action was seen in 43,300 calls, then 43,500 calls, and 44,000 calls. Now here you can see rise in the volumes, rise in the open interest, significant drop in option premium, implied volatility is in comfort zone between 10.77 and 11.82. But the most important thing is the volume. So as I said, 43,300 could act as a major resistance, because there has been a strong concentration of volume at those levels, and there has been a significant drop in the option premium also. So maybe a smart trader might have done a strong call writing of 43,300. Now if it breaks those levels, 43,300, then we might see Bank Nifty inching towards or rallying towards the level of 44,000 in the next week. So looking at this data, yes, initially we might see some sort of cool off. But as I said, once Bank Nifty crosses 43,300, one should buy, or the conservative traders should go long about those levels. Or as I said, at these levels, 43,500 could act as a major support, and that should be used as a buying opportunity. Now let us discuss what we observed in Bank Nifty puts. In Bank Nifty puts, you can clearly see that the action was seen in 43,000 puts, below that 42,500 puts, and below that 42,000 puts. Now here also you can see there has been a rise in the volumes, rise in the open interest. There has been a slight drop in the option premium. Again, implied volatility is in comfort zone between 12.15 to 14.26. So as I said, from these levels, on the upside, on the downside, on immediate basis, 43,000 could act as a major support. You can clearly see the volume concentration. If Bank Nifty breaks 43,000, then it might drift, or it might slip toward the levels of 42,500. But looking at the volumes, we feel that 42,500 could act as a major support. And from there, we might see strong support coming in, and buying could be seen at those levels. So friends, looking at the charts and option data of Nifty and Bank Nifty, the strategy still remains buy on dips. Any dips should be used as a buying opportunity. And again, I would like to say, initially, maybe on Monday or Tuesday, we might see some sort of cool off, but that cool off should be used as a buying opportunity at the lower levels. Now, friends, let us come to the final segment of our show, which is positional call. In positional call, I have identified a stock for mid cap segment. The name of the stock is Prince Pipe. The stock has been correcting. This is a newly listed company. Maybe this stock has been listed around. Let me see the chart. So maybe it is just a 2-year-old company listed on the stock exchanges. After a strong rally, the stock has been into a time correction. You can see this particular time correction. This time correction has been in the form of a downward falling wedge. You can see the stock has almost corrected from the levels of 880 till 510. Now after that you can clearly see this particular downward falling wedge. It has given a breakout on Friday, supported with strong volumes. So this is clearly indicating that stock is has already turned positive from bearish to bullish. So long-term investors, positional traders, or positional investors can accumulate the stock. You can see the price volume action. Volume are also rising. This rise in the volumes is the highest rise since you can see January 2022. So definitely this volume price volume action and indicators RSI is clearly indicating that stock has already turned positive from sell to buy. Now already the breakout has already happened of a downward falling wedge. The current market price of the stock is around 597. So long-term investors, positional traders, or swing traders can buy this stock, which is Prince Pipe Fitting Limited, on dips to 585 for an upside target of 707 in long run. So definitely this is a mid-cap stock. Stock has turned positive. Any dips should be used buying as a buying opportunity near 585 for an upside target of 707 for long-term investments. So friends, now let us conclude this show. Any suggestion you can give in the comment box, and have a nice trading week. Thank you.